Hey there, Hillsborough. I'm Dominic, and today on Trade Secrets, we're following along with one of Hillsborough County Pet Resources animal control officers. Are you ready to ride along with us? So what would you say is the trade secret for an animal control officer?
Well, going into the job, one of the things that even myself or a lot of the public think is that we're dog catchers, that we spend our day running around and catching dogs, and that's not really what we do. A lot of what we do is animal safety and then enforcement of county ordinances, state statutes, educating the public. Something else that most of the public kind of a misperception that the public may have is that they refer to us a lot as a kill shelter, and we have one of the highest save rates in the state of Florida. The last thing we want to do is something like that. Our primary goal is rehoming animals and saving them.
What does the day-to-day look like for an animal control officer?
That's an excellent question. So animal control officers, they spend their day as the first responders for many of the calls that come into the county in relation to animals, primarily cats and dogs. Like what I do as an animal abuse investigator, we will respond out to assist the animal control officers. We investigate negligence calls, someone that calls in concerned because their neighbor's not taking care of their dog properly. Maybe it's not in the best of housing, it's not being given food or water. Your more serious bites, animal bites to humans, any kind of call where cruelty, anything having to do with a violation of the law, where maybe someone was seen striking a dog or starving a dog. We assist law enforcement because primarily what most people don't know, if it comes to a county ordinance, a state statute involving animals, we are the primary investigative agency that handles that. So law enforcement, where they deal more with the human laws, they'll contact us for our expertise in handling something having to do with a cat or a dog.
That's interesting. All right, so we've been riding along here. Where are we headed to next?
Well, we had a call from one of our citizens. He contacted the Pet Resource Center, and he said that he located a stray dog. He let us know that he'd be willing to wait for us, and so that's actually where we're on our way to right now.
Perfect. Let's go. What is your role in helping to rehome animals?
Well, from the street level, from the second that we get the dog, we're going to scan it for a microchip. Hopefully, the previous owner, the current owner, registered their dog with one of the microchip websites, and that way, as opposed to taking the dog back to the shelter, which could be a very stressful, confusing situation for an animal, we can take the dog straight home to its owner right away. If that's not possible, maybe they forgot to update their information, it doesn't have a microchip, we upload instantaneously the dog to our website, which is available for the public to search. So if they lost their dog, they can go there and see if their dog has been turned in. They can come to the shelter and see if the dog is there. So it's very important that we get a good photograph of the pet and do our due diligence as far as trying to find out where that animal came from. Oh, looks like this is the place. Hi, are you Mark?
I am.
Hi, Corporal Fiallo, Hillsborough County Animal Control. You called us about this puppy?
Yep, found him in the neighborhood.
All right, thank you. We'll go ahead and check him into the Pet Resource Center.
All yours.
So what's next for this little guy?
We're going to scan it for a microchip. Well, we'll go ahead and take him to the Pet Resource Center, see if we can find his owner. And if he doesn't have an owner, then we'll process him for adoption and find a new family.
Perfect. So now we hear stories in the news sometimes about different dogs that are on the loose, or people that are searching for their dogs on Facebook groups. But one story that really stands out to me, and one story that I remember, is the dog that got loose at the airport. I know that you were involved a little bit in that. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, that was really a happy ending story. And we had a lot of help with the public, so it was really neat seeing the public come together and work as a team. At the time, I was working on night shift, and we got a call from one of our citizens that they had located the dog, but they couldn't catch it, and it was in a field. and going back and forth from the field in the parking lot. When I arrived, there was probably at least a dozen or more citizens there, and we got the dog wrapped up in blankets and back in the air-conditioned truck, and it calmed down, and it ended up being just the sweetest dog, and we were able to reunite that dog with the owners. So just really a happy ending story and a lot of help with the public.
That was such a great story, and I think it really resonated with everybody. Thank you for giving us a glimpse at what you do as an animal control officer today.
It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Trade Secrets. Make sure you check us out on the web, and we'll see you next time, Hillsborough.